Hello everyone, my name is Brushel Ruth Gilbert. My matrix number is A210732. Today, I will tell you a story about St. George and the Dragon. Once upon a time, in a distant land, there was a peaceful kingdom. Until one day, a terrible dragon came. It lived in a dark, stinking swamp nearby, huge as a house, with scales like steel and a roar that shook the ground. The dragon demanded for food from the people. First, the villagers gave the dragon sheep. But when the sheep were all gone, the dragon demanded people. And sadly, the people, too afraid to fight, and obeyed. And each day, one unlucky name was drawn by lot. And each day, a life was lost. Until one morning, the name drawn was the king's daughter. The princess, gentle, kind, beloved by many, was dressed in all white and led to the swamp. The people cried, but no one dared to stop it. Just as the dragon rose from the swamp, smoke curling from its nostril, "Eee!" A rider appeared on a white horse. His armor gleamed in the sunlight. A red cross marked his shield. His name was St. George. Said St. George to the princess, "Do not fear, princess. I will face this monster." And the princess said, "No, brave knight, no. Many have tried and many failed." St. George said, "Then I shall not fail." He turns toward the swamp, and the dragon roared and charged. Its jaws opened wide. George raised his shield, drew his sword, and met the beast head on. The entire ground shook, and everyone was watching from afar. Fire burst from the dragon's mouth. But George stood firm. He was not 1 second scared of the dragon. Still clashed with scale, his sword struck again and again until one final blow. He drove it into the dragon's heart. The monster fell. The swamp fell silent. The people, watching from afar, burst into cheers. The princess was safe, and the king wept with joy. Now the entire kingdom is free from the dragon. The king offered George riches, land, even the princess' hand in marriage. But George, a gentleman, a knife, a brave knight, shook his head. St. George said, "I did not fight for gold. Let this kingdom be ruled by peace and justice." And with that, ladies and gentlemen, St. George rode off toward the horizon, ready to help the next soul in need. And so, the dragon was slain. The entire kingdom is now finally free, and they're all happy. And the legend of St. George lives on, reminding us all that even the fiercest evil can fall to one brave heart. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all from me. Thank you for watching.